This
EC2, write
conference
it
will
down,
now be
elastic
recorded.
cloud computing. Okay, EC2, elastic cloud computing. I'll start an AWS service. Very, very, very important. EC2, elastic cloud compute. Sir, can anyone tell me? Maybe this is for online and offline people. What is meant by a physical server? What is a physical server means? Okay, maybe I'll explain you like this one. What is meant by a physical server in 1960s, 1970s? What is a physical server?
Whatever system we are working, maybe.
Big hard disk.
Okay. Yes, sir. What is meant by a physical server? So let's talk about it, sir. A physical server, very simple question. A lot of people get confused here. What is, sir, physical server? Sir, what is the meaning of a physical server? Physical server means physically exist. Hey, this is physical helmet. That means where it is present, it is exist here, right? Physical server in 1960s, 1970s. Why I took an example of 1970s or 1980s physical server? Physical server in 1960s, 1970s is equal to one physical server was nearly equal to this room. One physical server, one computer. If you talk about it, right, in 19, if you can go and check it out, you'll see a lot of information available. RAM is equal to maybe this portion, and that too, this RAM is 128 MB of RAM is equal to half of this room or quarter of this room, only RAM. Are you able to understand, right? Disk is equal to another half room. So it was a very, 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 very big machine in olden days. If you want to get a chance to see the oldest computer in India, go and try Bharat Dynamic Limited in Hyderabad. You can go and check it out, Bharat Dynamic Limited. You will see still they have the old computer for just as a showcase purpose. They have kept it. You will see Bharat Dynamic Limited in Hyderabad. Dasra, they will allow this. I think they will allow Dasra if you know any people in Bharat Dynamic to go and visit. You will be shocked to see the computer. I got an opportunity to see, and I saw 128 MB of RAM was maybe this much size is one, and there are like, yeah, 20,000 or 30,000 wires are there. Is it clear, right? So physical server means physically exist, physically exist. Sir, in this physical server, what do you have? A physical server contains, what is that? It contains, what is that? Hardware. It is your responsibility to install, what is that? OS. Now my question, very simple question would be, very, very important question. How do you install a OS? How do you install OS? How do you install OS? I'm talking, let's take an example. How do you install OS in 1990s? How do you install an OS in 1990s? Anyone?
Through
Okay.
disk.
How do you, very,
Classic
very important, sir. How do I install this OS in 1990s? We have a
physical
concept.
disk.
So what is the source of installing? How do I install? Basically, very important. This is the first topic of EC2. What is the source of installing operating system? My age, my brother, I was fifth class or sixth class. My brother used to work for engineering. How do I install an operating system? He used to go and insert, what is that? Floppy. And he used to go and insert how many floppies? 128 floppies. You click for floppy, it will install, then take it second, third, fourth, 128 floppies. How did I install operating system? Yes, or how do you install operating system? Okay, you guys install operating system with the help of, what is that? CD, right? Yes or no? CD, you have it. That's quite very important topic. There is a reason why I am writing out this one. So I have installed operating system. Physical server means in this physical server only I have motherboard. Here only I will have RAM. Here only I have CPU core. Here only I will have storage. So very good, sir. This is basically, and then here only I will have my applications and other stuffs. So this is physical server. Seems to be good. Very good. We know what is meant by physical server. Physical server requires operating system, application, storage, CPU, RAM, motherboard. You have a normal server, that's fine. But the question comes into picture is, what is meant by physical server in 1990s? What happened in 1990s? In especially 1988, South Koreans invented something called as embedded system. The size of the physical server started becoming smaller. Is it clear, right? Big system. Now people started the chip management coming into picture and everything. Everything started becoming smaller. Sir, what is meant by a physical server in 1990s? Very simple, sir. One physical server normally is in 1990s. This is like 2.5 feet. Physical server. This is also physically exist. Physically exist, and you have that physical server hardware. Same thing, sir. Operating system, storage, CPU, RAM, all those kind of hardware, all these things are there. Physical system. Now the physical system is the size of this box. This box, exactly this box. Physical system, very good. Now I am a company. I want to maintain some 10,000 servers. How much space, time, money and people are required to set up 10,000 servers? How much time it will take? I am asking you. This is one physical server where I install one software. Okay. One customer come up and ask me, can you please maintain 10,000 physical servers? How much time, money, space and people are required for 10,000 servers? Less or more? More, man. I have to go buy the server. I have to install another server, another server, another server. Maintenance. These servers will emulate, they will eliminate, they will what is that, lot of heat. So I have to have AC. I need to have a server room, protection. Lot of things are coming into picture. It's a very big challenge. But the problem came into picture is, this is the major problem. If I want to maintain it, it's a big one. Big people, lot of people are required to go monitor my systems working fine. I have to check it out, what, where, which server is not working, whether the power is there, internet is there. All these things I have to take care. It's a big challenge. But when the technology started, especially what happened, we are going and using physical servers only, right? So physical server only, that is fine. But in 1988 some new technology came into picture, right? 1980, 1999, 1998, new technology came into picture. Most of the people, senior people, know it. What is this one? Same thing, sir. I will now purchase one physical server. Sir, this is again a physical server. Physical server, I'll go and provide a hardware, but this time I'll not go for a simple hardware. What is this hardware? What is this? RAM. RAM is how much I have purchased? 1 terabyte. How many CPU cores? Example, I'll go for how many CPU core? 128. This is not a small server. It's a big server, physical server. I will start installing operating system. Sir, how the physical server looks? Let me show you. Like this. Is it clear? A big box. I will purchase it. What is the new technology which came up in 1999, 2000? It's a one. Let's take an example. This is 1 terabyte of RAM with 56 CPU cores or 128 CPU core system. I will purchase this system. Then what do you do, sir? Of course, it is my responsibility to install the operating system. How I am installing operating system? With the help of CD. Happy? Then very good. What is the new technology? So the new technology is, now you go. Which company came up especially and changed the way of seeing the world? Okay. Virtualization. VMware company. Have you heard about a VMware company? VMware company came into picture. For the first time it says, hey, what are you, how many servers you require? 50 servers, 50 physical server. Don't want, sir. I'm going to give you 50 virtual machines. What is the meaning of virtual reality games? What is the meaning of virtual reality games? What is the meaning? Have you played any time virtual reality games? What is virtual reality game, man? Virtual reality games looks very real, but is it real? Same thing.
No.
What is the meaning of virtual mission? Virtual mission means you will get a server. You log in, it as if you're logging into the server, but where it is there, you can't see it. It's not physically present. So what people used to do, people used to buy a big hardware, they install operating system. For the first time, VMware company came up with virtualization. You install their VMware software, their virtualization software, you will install it. Then you install a software in this physical server. Then what do? You double click on the software. It will ask you, do you want to create a virtual machine? Yes. Sir, how many servers? One server. What is the RAM? 8 GB. How many CPU cores? Two CPU core. Where is your operating system? You select what is that? CD. You click on next. Then you will go and provide how much is the storage? 50 GB. You click on next, right? So what will happen? Now here inside this physical server, now you can create virtual servers. Server number 1, server number 2, server number 3, server number 4, server number 5, some number 6, multiple virtualization server. Now this server is, sir, this server is 8 GB of RAM and 2 core CPU core system and 50 GB storage. Sir, how we are getting this one? What is your physical server RAM, sir? 1 TB. In this 1 TB, we are allocating some memory for this virtual software, which is how much, sir? 8 GB. Still, how much is remaining? 1 TB is equal to how many GB? 1024 GB. How many? Then I can assign this one 4 GB. This one 16 GB. Now I can go and create one big physical server. Inside that, I can go and create hundreds of virtual servers. Virtual server is as if you connect to that system, it will connect it, you install the software, you feel like I am connected to server, but you are connecting to what is that? Virtual server. Write it down. Virtualization. So what is meant by virtualization? Virtualization. What is virtualization? Virtualization, virtual machine. Virtual machine means, okay, in a physical server, you can install multiple virtual machines. Okay, they are virtually present. They are virtually present. Virtualization. Fine. Any questions anyone has? So I can go now, I can purchase a big system. I can purchase a big system. Maybe this is 2 terabyte, 3 terabytes. Now in an organization, what happened in an organization after 2000, 2002, 2003? I don't require thousands of physical server. What I require right now? I require one server which is equivalent size of my fridge. Okay. Now that server contains how many servers I can create? How many virtual server? What is that? 1 TB of RAM. How many servers I require? Let's take an example. Each server is 4 GB RAM. So at least I can go and create 250 virtual machines there. One server, one physical server. Is my maintenance is decreased or increased? Decreased. So that is what, when it came into picture, people were in shock. Especially Microsoft felt very, 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 what is that? Threatened. Because Microsoft works on operating system and they have a CD license and everything. They realize that, hey, what is this one, man? If I want to go and create, there is nothing called as only one physical system, and they can create hundreds of systems. And virtual VMware software stock was going like this. Okay, if you want to become the richest person in the world, go back 20 or 30 years back, and you want to become richest person in the world, you just need to invest 4 or 5 stocks in a timely basis, then you will be richest person. Okay, in 1992, 1993, invest in Microsoft or in Oracle, sell all the stocks in 1999 and keep it in virtual VMware. Okay, and keep it till 2006, sell it all the stocks and keep it in AWS, Amazon company. Wait for 2011, invest in Netflix. You have a return in 3 years, 60 times return in Netflix. Take that one and keep it in Tesla. You would be the richest person in the world, because each and every time it has increased 80 times your investment. Okay. VMware came into picture. Very good company. Today also one of the very known company, VMware company. Virtualization came into picture. People started working on it. Server, physical server basically is there, but now virtualization system came into picture. Very good. What are the advantage? What are the advantage of virtualization? So let's go and write it down. Very important, sir. Very important. In virtual machine, so this is one physical server. This is a physical server. I will install operating system. I will now install operating system. I will install virtualization software. Now with the help of, how did I install, what is this one? CD. Now you double click on this system. You can create a server number one, right? Virtual machine one, you can create it, right? The beauty of this one is each and every virtual machine, please write it down. Each and every virtual machine has its own OS. That means this server can be a Linux system. And I can create another virtual machine, server number two. This may be Windows Server 2012. You can create another server here, virtual machine 3. This can be CentOS. Each and every virtual machine have its own OS. Each and every virtual machine has own OS. So very happy. This can be a Linux, this can be Windows, this can be CentOS, this can be Red Hat. You can go and create hundreds of systems, various things. Very good advantages. And can you please tell me, this server I provided 8 GB system. Server number 2 I provided 8 GB. Okay. How did I get that 8 GB? Yes, it's shared. So this particular server is, what is the RAM? In this 1 TB, I am allocating how much RAM here for this one? 8 GB. Yes or no? Okay. The biggest advantage of virtualization, every virtual machine having its own OS. Second point, that is a disadvantage also. So we'll talk about that one. Second advantage is, what is the RAM I provided for this server? 8 GB. Later point of I realize, sir, 8 GB is not sufficient. Right click and change it to 80 GB. Is it clear? You can change anything. Later point of time you realize, array sir, why did I provided 8 GB system? You can just remove it and convert this system into how much? How much RAM? How much you can convert? You can change your things very easily, sir. Very easily you can change it, because the RAM is allocated from the main hardware. The hardware, what is the hardware you provided? 1 TB. Now you can allocate 4 GB, 8 GB, 12 GB, 16 GB, anything you can change it. That system is very easily to adopt that changes. Very good. Is it clear? Easy to change the RAM. I click on one button, the server gets changes. I don't want, basically, I don't want 50 GB, I want 60 GB. Change it, 50, 60 GB, get it. Very simple. Any questions? What is meant by virtual servers? EC2 is all about virtual servers only. Don't worry, I'll go and create it practically in front of you and show you. But hope you understood what is virtualization. Now I'll tell you some very good advantages which are part and parcel of EC2 only. If you understand these things, you will understand very easily EC2 instance. Anyone has any questions? I can go and take only one physical server right now, and I can create multiple hundreds of virtual systems, and you can connect, you can make it, you can break it. I don't want this server, I can delete it. Sir, I want to create another server. Create it. You are the person, you create it. In this 1 TB only, that server is getting created, neatly creating, working, connected. All these things are very superb. Fine. Everything looks to be good. What are the big advantages and what are the big disadvantage? Let's talk about advantage. The first topic of EC2 instance is coming, sir. So I am asking one simple task, sir. Now this is a very important task. Actually, this is a task of real-time DevOps. Sir, I have a physical server. I buy a physical server. I install operating system with. What is the source? How did I install? CD. Now I am asking you guys, I need how many virtual machines I want you to create. I'm asking a task to you. I'm giving a task to you. Sir, can you give me how many virtual machines? Please create how many? How many? 50. Create 50. Okay, sir. I install virtual machine software. I double click on it. It will ask you to go and create 50 servers. I'll click on 50, click on next, next, provide RAM and everything, 50 server gets created. But I am asking all the 50 servers, OS should be, what is that? Example, what is that OS? Windows 2012. Okay, this is fine. Okay. Then plus OS should be this one. In this 50 servers, what should be installed? Skype. In this 50 servers, what should be installed? In this 50 servers, what should be installed? In this 50 server, what should be enabled? So what I want right now, I don't want simple OS Windows Server 2012. I want all the 50 servers which are creating Windows Server 2012, Skype, Chrome, VPN, firewall. Then what do you do? Tell me. What do you do? This is the first topic of EC2 instance. I'm making it tougher so that you can understand easy. I want. So, sir, what should I do? I don't understand. In virtualization, you double click on this system. It will ask you how many servers I have to create. 50. What is the operating system? You will go and provide what is that? CD. You click on launch. 50 server gets created. This is virtual machine 1, 2, 3, like 50 server gets created. All the 50 servers will have what is that? What is that? Windows Server
Windows.
2012. But what I want here, what I want, other software also I require, right? I need Skype, Chrome, VPN, firewall. I need these systems. Array sir, I created 50 systems. Windows Server 2012 is there. Then what do? You log into each and every system and then download and install. What is that? Skype. Download and install. What is that? Chrome. Download and install. What is that? VPN. And make firewall is equal to enable. You need to do 50 servers manually. Yes or no? Manually I have to do it. No, sir. Very important topic. You in virtualization, you have a very good thing. Sir, what do I want? What is my task? I need this is actually AWS Azure DevOps real-time task. Okay, we'll talk about this one. Actually, what I want? How many missions? 50. With what I require? Skype, Mozilla, Windows, and everything, right? So how do I fix this problem, sir? Welcome to the first topic of EC2. Very, very important. Sir, what should I do? I'll not create 50. I'll go and create only one server actually. I'm going to create, what is that? One server. In this one server, what is installed by default? Windows Server 2012. Manually, I will log into this system. I will install, what is that? I will install, what is that? I will install, what is that? I will make firewall is equal to on, yes or no? Now in this system, what do you have? In that server, what do you have? In this system, you have in this virtual machine, one virtual machine, you have what is that? Windows Server 2012, Skype, Chrome, VPN, firewall is equal to on, yes or no? But actually, how many servers I require? 50.
50.
So welcome, very, very important. In virtualization, you can do like this. I can right click on this virtual machine and take a, what is that?
Backup.
What is that? Backup. And the most important, you have a server, you can right click and take a backup. It will take the total backup. This backup is everyone knows is this backup will become. Have you heard about this word? .iso? ISO image. ISO image. Sir, you can right click and take a backup of this virtual machine. When you take a backup of this virtual machine, it is converting into what is that? ISO image. So what, sir? This ISO image can be, what is that? What is that? What are the source you have? You have a source, what is that? CD, and you can also go for one more source. What is that?
ISO image.
Now tell me, I have this one and this one. Now what I will do? So I have right click and take a backup. That is fun. I'll right click and delete this total virtual machine. I'll go into VMware software, double click on it. How many servers I want to create? 50. Click on next. Where is the source? I will go
ISO
CD or I'll go for ISO image. ISO image contains
ISO
what?
everything.
ISO image contains operating system plus required softwares are all there. I will go and select the image. I'll go and select ISO image because source also can be CD, source can be floppy, source can be ISO image. I'll select ISO image, click on next. I will go and click on 50 servers, click on next, 8 GB RAM, basically 2 core CPU, 50 GB, click on launch. 50 server gets created with what is that? What it will get created? 50 server gets created with what is that? Operating system plus required
Skype, Chrome.
software. Is it clear, right? Very, very, very important. The first AWS topic, like when you want to launch a EC2 instance or server in AWS, you need to understand what is that image. What is meant by an image? Image contains what is that? It contains operating system plus if you install software, softwares will be available. Is it clear, right? Anyone has any questions? Very, 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 very important. Now, if someone, organization, Infosys, TCS, Wipro, all these people will go and create their, what is that? Images and kept ready. If anyone come up and say, "Arey, Infosys 200 freshers comes into 200 freshers comes. How should I do it?" They'll take, just click one button, select this image, launch 200 system. 200 systems are similar systems. Those things they will go and create. That is called as golden image or base image. Okay, we'll talk about that one. But ISO image you can go and provide it. You know right now source. What is a source? CD. And you have another source. What is that? ISO image.
ISO
Is it
image.
clear, guys? So VMware is there. I can go and create some hundreds of systems. Hundreds of systems. I want the same software to go for it. Then you can take a backup in one system and it becomes image and you can launch hundreds of systems. Very good, super, very good. The technology was very good, appreciated, super excellent till 2009, 2008. Is it clear? 2008, a new technology emerged and it has made the entire world completely change the way how do you see the world, and that is the mandatory knowledge what you require in 2022. If you don't have that skill set you will not get selected. I will tell you now how, why. Before I go into that topic, let us understand, let us explain me what are the disadvantage of virtualization. Virtualization you have very good advantage, right? What is the disadvantage? What is the disadvantage of virtualization?
If image
Okay.
corrupts, then everything is corrupt.
No, 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 sir. If image corrupts, that's fine. Then you can take, that's problem with anywhere in the world. But can you
if
tell me what is the biggest
if
disadvantage? Yes, sir.
if you're able to
Yeah, so
crack the
one was very good. If the hardware is not working, what will happen? Entire all virtualization is not working. Okay, sir. If that is the case, I'll buy another hardware. Two hardwares I have it. That is fine. Next. Next, anything.
if it is one malware attack, it will be grab all system
Sir,
information.
anywhere in the world you need to provide security. No, sir. Anywhere in the world you need to take care, sir. Okay, the biggest disadvantage is VMware is heavyweight control. Heavyweight control means, can you tell me? I'll go and just provide a simple example, sir. We have created this virtual machine, yes or no? Virtual machine contains what is that? Windows Server 2012, Skype, Chrome, VPN, and firewall. Can you tell me if I want to run, what is the size of Skype software? How much is the Skype? How much MB? 100 MB?
50 MB.
50 MB? Very good. 50. Chrome? 50 MB? VPN? 50 MB? So total size is how much? 150 MB, right? But now my business case, my customer is asking you, Are, this is a very, 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 very important server, man. You kept in Hyderabad. This is very important, man. Business critical server. Take this server and move it into United States every half an hour. What is the challenge? What is the challenge? The challenge is these three softwares is how much size? 150 MB. What is the size of this Windows Server 2022 to 2012? 28 GB. So total size is how much? Nearly 30 GB. Nearly how much, sir? 30 GB. 30 GB. If I move it from more time. But actually What is this software requires? What is this? What is the importance of this server? The importance of servers is what is that one? This one. But if I want to copy, what is coming into picture? Full-fledged Windows 28 GB. So I have to copy 28 GB, that is 30 GB entire all software, and move it to United States. It's very, 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 very heavyweight. That is the reason two Linux administrators in 2007, 2008, they understood the magic of Linux. Linux is having some capability to categorize. With that category, they came up with the new technology, which is must in 2022. If you don't have that knowledge, you will not get selected anywhere in the world. Is it clear, right? 2022. Sir, what is that technology? Why, what, and everything? So, welcome. So, what is that new technology? We know. So, what are the things we know? We had one physical server, yes or no? Big physical server, one physical server. Now, we went for virtualization. Virtualization, what do you have? You can go and create multiple virtual machines, yes or no? Now the new thing, what do? You will go and purchase again one physical server. You will go and buy one physical server. You will go and install, what is that? Operating system. This is 1 TB of RAM. For the first time, instead of virtualization, you will go and install a software. Most of the people know it, but I'm going for it. Very, very important. Containerization. Containerization software you will install. Okay, sir, what should I do? You double click on it. It will ask you, hey, what do you want to install? I need a Skype. So you will go and create here container 1. You can go and create container 2. You can create container 3. You can create another container 4. All are containers. Sir, what is there? Wait a minute, sir. What is the difference between same diagram? Instead of here VMware came into picture, and instead of here virtual machine came into picture. Now you are saying, what is that? Container is coming, one, then container 1, container 2, container 3, container 4. Sir, what is the difference between virtual machine and everything? So very, very, very important. This Skype, Mozilla, VPN, firewall is equal to on, and this container will not have any full-fledged, what is that? What is that? No full-fledged operating system. To run what is Skype, Mozilla, VPN, what are the operating system dependency file it requires, right? Only those things have it. It doesn't have a full operating system. Very lightweight control. You check it out. This container will be maybe 300 or 400 MB. He wants to come up and say, sir, I want to install SAP. You will see this container, SAP will be running. What is the size of this SAP? Sir, 400 MB. Now you may come up and say, this one is not having operating system, this one is having not having system. Sir, what is this one? Without operating system, any system will work? Nothing in the world operating system is required. So this container will use this operating system, base operating system. Is it clear? This container, array sir, I need some container software which are there. It will take the help of this operating system, base operating system. So these containers will become very lightweight control. Now tell me, this container is 100 MB. Can I move the 100 MB from one location to another easily? Yes or no? Very easily. That container contains only the required parts of running that application, right? That container can be created in 1 second. Now tell me, you have your own laptop. You start your laptop. How much time it will take for your laptop to run or to pick up start? 4 to 5 minutes. Container 1 second. Why? So in your laptop, if you want to run the laptop, what are the things? Why the laptop is taking 5 minutes of time? It will go and load mouse drivers, keyboard drivers, monitoring drivers, cam drivers. Yes or no? Okay. Then GUI drivers, Windows drivers. Lot of things are there. That is the reason it is 28 GB. That is the reason it is starting. It will take 4 to 5 minutes to run RAM. This container is only having application related to what is that? Skype and Mozilla. Skype and Mozilla to load it. How much time it will take? 1 to 2 seconds. Container can be created in 1 to 2 seconds. Containerization. Is it clear, guys? Containerization. That is the reason we will be learning Docker, Kubernetes, all these things which are related to containers. Clear? Anyone has any questions? How do you move? It's not yet done. So containerization is there. In this, what is the biggest disadvantage? You have lot of advantage. What are the disadvantage? This is also installed in what is that? Physical server. As he has already pointed out, if this physical server is not working, what will happen to your system? Entire system not working, right? Welcome to the new technology in AWS. You can go for the last, which I will explain later. Please write it down. You can go into the level of what is that? What is that? Serverless. See here, sir, a big physical server to where we went serverless with the help of. Is it clear, right? First, I want to have a physical server, a big one. This room is one physical server. Now, physical servers has become smaller. Then what do you have? You can go for virtual machines. Virtual machines are heavyweight control. Then what you can go? You can go for what is that? Containers. Sir, containers, that's fine. But with the help of AWS, you can go to the next generation. What is that? Serverless. No server, nothing, and your application is working, sir. Those kind of level you can go for it. Hope you understood the journey of a server. What is that? And I would like to go, sir, what is meant by EC2 instance? EC2 instance is nothing, sir. What is EC2 instance? Pretty simple. EC2 instance is all about what is that? Virtualization. Sir, you already explained about virtualization. Yes, sir. Then what is meant by what is the things which are getting in AWS? Very, very, very simple. As I mentioned you early, what is EC2 instance? EC2, what is the EC2 service? As I mentioned you, okay, you remember? This is AWS region. Yes or no? This is AWS will keep all the servers in one place. Maybe what are the regions you have it? Mumbai and Hyderabad is regions. So in maybe in Gachibowli or in Mumbai, they will take one building like this one. What AWS will do? Big building. Inside that building, they will start buying servers like what is that? Is it clear? They will buy big physical servers. This is one server, yes or no? Okay. Then what they will do? They will go and buy like this servers, some million servers, and keep it ready for you. Is it clear? In the that building, million thousands of servers, they will go and keep it ready. In this one, what they have installed? They have installed operating system, and they have already installed what is that? With everything they're ready. Now what do? You sit in Hyderabad. Now you double click on AWS, and now you come up and say, AWS, I need 8 GB RAM, basically 4 core CPU, 50 GB storage, Windows systems. You click on OK. What will happen? The server gets created in here. Now he will come up and say, I need 500 servers. 500 server, one server here, one server here, one server here, one server. He will go and create 50 server, 50 servers. All the servers are created here. And who is providing hardware? AWS. Who is providing you network? Who is providing you storage? AWS. So welcome, sir. Very, 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 very important screen. What is EC2 instance? Actually, what is EC2 instance? Where do I keep all these kind of things, man? It's gone again. Okay. So very, very, very important. Not important. Very, very important. Very important screenshot, sir. Let me save it, this one. Yeah. Okay. Sir, if you don't have cloud computing, you are taking care of everything. That is called as, what is that? On premise. What is the meaning of on premise? Sir, he will come up and say, sir, let's go and create our own servers. So you need to set up your network, storage, buy and everything, right? All the layers, who will manage? Who is that? You. So on premise means you will buy the hardware, you will set up network, storage, server, virtualization, OS, middleware, runtime, data and application. You need to take care. You need to take care. If the server is not working, who's responsible? You are responsible. But what is this one? Infrastructure as a service. Write it down. EC2 instance is infrastructure as a service. EC2 instance is nothing but EC2 is equal to infrastructure as a service. Means what? What is the meaning of blue And what is the meaning of this color? This color, what is this color, man? Yellow color versus blue color. Yellow is taken care by, what is that? AWS. Now, instead of you maintaining everything, now AWS will set up, what is that? Network. AWS will install storage. AWS will create server. AWS will install virtualization. Then operating system, they will install and give it to you. Who need to apply license? Who need to purchase? You need to buy the license. From license to other things, you will manage. AWS will manage these things. EC2 instance is nothing but infrastructure as a service. Write it down. Very, very, very important. Is it clear, guys? Online people? Clear? Anyone has any questions? Online people, is it clear? I can't see your screen, sir. This basically, I don't know whether anyone is chatting. Let's see.
So
ISO
all,
email.
now we are
All
able
this
to see.
Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. Anyone has any questions, please let me know. One of the most important, keep it in your entire life, this image in your brain. You need to
Sir, all,
understand what is on-premise, what is infrastructure as a service, what is platform as a service, what is software as a service. Everything will come slowly. Right now, EC2 instance is, what is that? Infrastructure as a service. IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Sir, what is the meaning of infrastructure? Infrastructure owner is AWS. Who is providing hardware, current, power, internet, servers, and everything? AWS responsible. Hardware is not working. You are responsible or AWS is responsible? AWS is responding. Tomorrow you take this one and your application is not working. Who's responsible? You responsible. You install the application. So that is called as infrastructure as a service. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Online people, please acknowledge it. You have
yes.
any questions?
Kumar.
Please ask me.
Yes, Kumar. Clear.
Okay, fine. So let's go for it. Now I'm jumping into AWS account. I already provided the people who join newly. So you won't understand one AWS service called as VPC, which I went for 2 days. Don't worry, I'll provide a backup for you. But for you, how do you log into AWS account? What is EC2 instance? What is the first topic of EC2 instance? EC2 instance, actually, every one of you, you already know EC2 instance. You already know EC2 instance actually. What is the meaning of EC2 instance? Very simple. Have you purchased a laptop or a server anytime? Yes or no? Yes? Like for a computer or anything, right? To purchase a laptop, what are the parameters you will see? I want this server. What are those things? What are those things? Very simple, sir. Sir, if I want to create in AWS, I want to create one server, my own server. You don't call it as a server. From now onwards, you will call it as, what is that? EC2 instance. Sir, very simple. I will select, how do you purchase a laptop? You need a proper hardware. You will select, what is that? Operating system, Windows or Linux. You will select, what is that? You will go for, what is that? Yes or no? This is nothing but in EC2 also you're doing. You need one server in AWS, right? What do you select? You will select OS, RAM, CPU, storage, right? That's it. So let's welcome to EC2 instance. Important subject, sir. Important. You go back to log into AWS. How do you log in? Just as I mentioned, you type google.com, AWS space, what is that? Management console, and create your AWS account, sir. Please create your AWS account. Freely it is available. Go and click on sign in, and then you will see here, just create it. You will see this one, create an account here. Right now I have already created an account. Click on next. Click on OK. So this is AWS console. Is it clear, right? This is AWS management console. And as I mentioned you, sir, and also write it on one more thing, EC2 instance is, EC2 is region based. EC2 is region based. Means when I create a server, the server gets created in a specific region, Mumbai, Hyderabad, specific region. Sir, I want to create, like she will come up and say, sir, I want to create a server in Mumbai or Hyderabad. So you go and click on it. You have these many regions in the world. You have basically, what is that? Mumbai, Hyderabad, Hong Kong, Cape Town, and you drag and drop. You have 30 to 40 regions are available for you. You go and click on it. You go and click on it. Basically, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo, anywhere in the world you want. For your example, he will come up and say, sir, I belongs to Ireland. I need one server in Ireland. Simply go and click on Ireland. The URL will change. Now from North Virginia, the URL will change you to, what is that? Ireland. Is it clear? Now what I want to create, what is that? Virtual machines in AWS. Simply go here and type, what is that? What is that? EC2. EC2 is all about, what is that? EC2 is all about, what is that? Virtual servers in cloud. IaaS service. So you go and click on EC2 instance. Is it clear? And now I want to create a server. Okay, you don't call it as, write it down. What do you call it as? You don't call it as a server. You call it as a EC2 instance or instances. Don't get confused. If I use 30 instances, means what is 30 instances? 30 virtual machines. Okay, they renamed, AWS is calling virtual machines as instances. That's it. Is it clear? Sir, if I want to create, so let's go and create it. Sir, can you tell me, if I want to create one virtual machine, what is the first prerequisite? Storage is your first prerequisite. OS. Which OS you want? Okay, so you want Windows Server 2012. Now, what is AWS will keep it? AWS will keep it CDs and say, sir, AWS, keep the CD, sir. CD is not available. Will you talk like this one? What is the source? What AWS will go and create if you want Windows Server 2012? So when you want to create a virtual machine, what is the source? Image. So when you want to launch the server, the first part will come into picture. Please write it down. Please write it down. The first EC2 AMI, Amazon Mission Image. So AWS is not calling them as ISO image. In AWS, we call it as AMI. In AWS, do you expect AWS to keep a CD? Is it a CD is a good one? Very old technologies, right? So all the things, I need a Linux system, I need a Windows systems. What is that AWS you need to select? AMI, Amazon Mission Image. Is it clear? Anyone has any questions? Please let me know. Is it clear? Image I will select. For your example, AWS provides all the images for you. You see here, see. What are the things you can select? What are the things you can select? I can select Amazon Linux. I can go for Mac. I can go for Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, Susan, Red. All these things you want to go for it. Sir, now he will come up and say, sir, I want Windows Server, sir. Windows Server 2012. Now you click on it, right? AWS will provide you which operating system you want. You click on this one. You will go and provide Windows Server 2012, 19, 16, 18. What is that? Whichever which are there, right? Everything you will get it like operating system. AWS will make sure. If you see, what is the meaning of an image, sir? What is meant by an image? Excuse me. What is the meaning of image? Image is nothing but operating system plus softwares. Yes or no? Anything?
Yes.
Software. Images. It may be having only operating system or operating system with any images, everything. Sir, no, sir. I want, let's take an example. I don't want like that. Okay. I want to go for my system. I want to go for Linux system. When you go and just click on Linux system, you go and click on it, you will get Linux system, Amazon Linux system. You can get it. Is it clear? And also, please only select what is this one in the right hand side. Free tier eligibility. That means this is free for 1 year for you. If you clear, free tier. Okay. So I selected operating system, yes or no? What is the next thing I have to select? What is the next thing I
Hardware.
have to select if I want to purchase a laptop? RAM,
Hardware.
CPU, please write it down. Hey guys, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Now we are able to hear.
Wait a minute, what happened? What is this? Ooh. Okay, wait a minute, sir. Now you want to select a RAM and CPU. Please write it down. Very, very, very important. I want RAM. Please write it down. Instance type. Please write it down. Instance type. What is meant by instance type? Instance type is equal to, write it down. Instance type is equal to RAM plus CPU cores. What is that? RAM plus CPU cores. You are the owner. You can come up and say, sir, I need 1 GB RAM with 1 core CPU core. No, no, no. I need 8 GB RAM with 8 core CPU. No. I want to go for big data. I want 128 CPU core with 1 TB of RAM. You are the owner. You can select the family of instance type anytime. You get hundreds of basically systems like you can go for example of this one. I3EN metal is equal to how many CPU cores? 96. How much is RAM? Is it clear? What is this operating system? Linux. What is the cost per hour when you select this one? You will get basically what is basically all these things. You will go and select it. That is instance type. Is it clear? Instance type. Anyone has any question? I'll stop it here, 8-1. But are you able to understand what is meant by EC2 instance and launch it? Give me 2.5 days. We will be launching EC2 instance, and it's very easy, very, very, very easy to launch. But we'll go very deep in EC2 instance. That is the reason it will take 8 days of time. Clear? Anyone has any questions? Okay. So
Kumar,
once, yes, sir.
I have I have a question over here. So, for example, I used to initially work in this AWS part as a part of my integration project. So,
Mhm.
but somehow that account got locked or something. So, is it possible? Can I retrieve the account back?
You can retrieve the account back, but I think you will be not eligible for free tier, because when you create an account, the account is free for 1 year. Once it has reached 1 year,
Okay.
then you can reactivate your account, but you may not have the free tier.
Okay.
So
So
go and create
so I
another
can
account with,
for the
yeah, go and create
okay
another
with it.
account, and maybe in that
Okay.
account you have a free tier eligibility where you can work for 1 year.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm going to sign off right now. Let's see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is also, just don't skip these classes, at least EC2 instance. It's very, 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 very important, because it's a backbone. Anything tomorrow you work lambda function gets created with the help of EC2. RDS EC2, everything EC2. Is it clear? Okay, guys. Thank you. Yeah. No. No. Right, done. That's it. AWS is there. No.